Hello and welcome. Bienvenidos a todos, and thank you for joining us today at the virtual conference to 2021 Medical Scholars Pathway presentation. My name is Patricia Posada. I'm a counselor and tenured faculty member for Math, Engineering, Science Achievement, and STEM Center, and MSP Liaison Counselor at Napa Valley College. On behalf of Napa Valley College and the Northern California Kaiser Permanente Regional Graduate Education Partnership, we would like to express our special gratitude and appreciation to the members of HACU Association for allowing us to share with you a comprehensive guided pathway for underrepresented community college students who are focused in becoming a future doctor. Today's speakers are Dr. Ruben Gonzalez, founder of Medical Scholars Pathway, core faculty Kaiser Permanente, Napa Solano Family Medicine Residency Program and Assistant Medical Director. Medical Assistant Program for Kaiser Permanente School of Allied Health in Richmond, California. Renee Rubio, Student Affairs Specialist in Medical Scholars Pathway. Renee is the MESA Student Leadership Advisor and MSP Lead. Oscar De Jarro, Vice President of Student Affairs Assistant Superintendent at Napa Valley College, who is not presenting today. However, we would like to acknowledge Mr. Oscar De Jarro for his continued leadership and supportive role for the Medical Scholars Pathway. And next we have Dr. Ruben Gonzalez.
Thank you, Patricia. The agenda today is to describe challenges in increasing diversity in healthcare and how community colleges are an untapped potential. This will be followed by an overview of our Medical Scholars Pathway. We will then take a deeper dive on how our program creates a positive supportive learning environment and provides pre-medical students with the clinical experiences through our community health curriculum. Let's begin our presentation with a review of the challenges that underrepresented pre-medical students face. There are several benefits to having a diverse pool of medical professionals. Strong evidence indicates that racial, ethnic, and linguistic diversity in the medical workforce is associated with increased access and quality of care for underrepresented communities. Additionally, non-white providers disproportionately practice within underserved communities, and diversity among medical students and faculty provides rich multicultural experiences that greatly enhances the medical learning environment. However, for many underrepresented or first-generation college students, the pathway to medicine seems daunting. The years of training that is required, the rigorous coursework, inadequate pre-college preparedness, and competitiveness of the process may leave many students disillusioned, confused, or burnt out along the way. Many scholars have described the path underrepresented students take to a career in healthcare as a leaky pipeline, with many promising students exiting the pipeline due to structural systemic issues in how we prepare and guide our underrepresented students. Community colleges are an untapped potential to encourage underrepresented students to go into medicine. Among new college freshmen in 2013, 82% of white students go to a 4-year or more selective school, compared to 13% of Latinx and 9% of Black students, whereas the opposite is true for students entering open access schools. Therefore, understanding the community college pre-medical experience among underrepresented students is valuable to identify potential strategies to support this group along their path. In 2013, Talamantes et al. Conducted 5 focus groups with Latino pre-medical and medical students in Los Angeles and San Jose, California. There were 4 main themes that were identified. The first one was that personal health-related experiences in underserved communities facilitated many of the students' interest into going to medicine. Students who grew up in a medically underserved community identified this as the primary source of motivation to pursue a career in medicine. Number 2 was that the pre-medical guidance at community colleges was found to be lacking. Many of the students were often forced to rely on peers or other colleagues in order to get the knowledge and resources necessary to figure out their path to medicine. Number 3 was that limited preparation in understanding how to navigate the pathways to medicine was prevalent. Students noted that their parents' educational background limited their ability to navigate the college system, and also noted that their K-12 experience left some to feel inadequately prepared to succeed in math and science. And finally, many of the students shared that the competing demands and college affordability made it difficult to focus on their coursework alone. Some students shared the necessity to have multiple non-health related jobs to pay for their education and the burden of having to attend multiple community colleges in order to complete required pre-medical coursework. The following video provides the experience of Selene Solorio, one of our recent alumni. She's currently attending Sacramento State University. Her story, as you'll see, also highlights some of the themes uncovered by the Talamantes team.
Hello, my name is Selene Solorio, and I am a transfer student from Napa College. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience. I didn't really know what my career, or I didn't really know what I wanted to do the early years or the start of my career. I was just wanting to complete my general education, kind of wanted to explore, tended to go into nursing, and then I was introduced to my counselor, and then I was introduced to MESA, and then I was there in MESA, the doors opened for me. I was open to health clubs. I was open to working with the MESA department. I worked in so many things, and now as an intern, I'm really grateful to have been given the opportunity to grow and network and do all the things that I did at the community college, because it was really the foundation for me to grow and continue doing what I truly love and help my community. And why I chose medicine, or why I chose to become a pre-health student, was because both my parents have struggled with diabetes, and I found the need to really get to the bottom and try to see if I could help.
And now I transition to Renee to discuss the MESA and our partnership.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Napa Valley College is a 2-year open access public community college. Is one of the oldest educational institutions in California with an enrollment of nearly 8,000 students. Next, I will cover the MESA STEM program, which serves over 150 students plus per year. The Mathematics, Engineering, Science Achievement Program at Napa Valley College is one of 35 state-funded grants held under the California Community College Chancellor's Office. MESA was established on our campus in the fall of 1999 to serve students underrepresented in the STEM fields and support them through a wide range of services to develop the necessary academic and leadership skills to successfully transfer and graduate from a 4-year university with a degree in math, science, and engineering. The mission in partnership with Kaiser. How did this come into fruition? Well, the MESA STEM program supports Latinx and underrepresented students, which aligns with the goals of our partner, Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser and MESA's goal is to increase Hispanic Latinx, traditional underrepresented students, low-income students with that are into pre-health careers. MSP's alignment of curriculum, establishment of centralized onboarding process, individualized pathways to graduate, and integrated intervention systems has been effective in increasing retention, persistency, and graduation rates. The Napa Valley College student characteristics. This institutional profile table gives you an overview of NVC student body. Geographical region served by the college clearly reflected in the student enrollment, with Hispanic students accounting for more than 41% of the students currently attending the college. As a result, Napa Valley College has earned the federal designation as a Hispanic serving institution, and 25.5 being another minority, bringing the total even higher. Many of our students that we serve receive financial aid, including Pell Grants and some of the California Promise scholarships and other awards. The MSP demographics compared to the rest of the campuses on our data is as reflected. MSP population compared to MESA, a program serves underrepresented students compared to the entire STEM population on campus. As you will notice, as the program trends to serve a higher population of Latinx female students that receive a higher proportion of, and also receive a higher proportion of financial aid. our academic metrics. As you see on this slide, during our 5 years, we have been slowly adding different components as we were adding different components of our model into the MSP. You can see our students compared to MESA students with their counters and other STEM students on our campus have shown MSP success with their higher GPA and retention and lower dropout rates. The Medical Scholars Guided Pathway increases retention, persistence, and graduate rates compared to the other groups studied.
Thank you, Renee.
Next, Dr. Gonzalez will cover the next slide.
Thank you, Renee. The next slide kind of reviews kind of the overview of the Medical Scholars Pathway. What started in 2015 as a one-year community health experience for students participating in a leadership forum soon grew into a 3-year comprehensive and longitudinal program that was focused on 4 main pillars. The first one was to create a supportive learning environment, followed by preparing our students for the rigor of medical school. We have a huge focus on professional and leadership development, and we really want to instill a commitment to serving the underserved among all of our students. In addition, our program helps our students develop the pre-professional skills sought after by medical schools by following the AMC's pre-professional competencies. The following slide provides an overview of the programs provided to our MSP students. During the first year, our focus is to integrate incoming MSP students to our learning community while we help prepare them academically. Incoming students are paired with a peer advisor who are then guided through the first year of our pre-health advising curriculum. During the second year, we introduce our MSP students to clinical and research opportunities through the participation in CHEER and the leadership forum. Though the students are still participate in peer health advising, they begin to shift from one-on-one sessions to group co-facilitation sessions aimed at continued development of the pre-professional competency work that began during year 1. And finally, our third year is dedicated to preparing the students for success upon transfer through utilization of our peer advising curriculum and small group peer advising workshops. The third year also offers the students the opportunity to participate in sustaining and improving our program as a whole. Model students are encouraged to participate in the MSP Leader Program and become the peer advisors who support our peer advising curriculum and help facilitate the community health programs. And next, I'll transition to Renee so we could talk about some of the specific program components.
The pillars of our MSP and MESA STEM project design include the implementation of a supportive learning environment by integrated academic support system, including outreach, orientation, first year experience through pre-med, our summer bridge, case management, advising, peer mentoring, STEM clubs like the DOCC, the Dreamers of Community Change. We offer STEM tutoring and supplemental instruction that hone in on key gateway courses in these sciences. The STEM Summer Bridge allows us to be able to recruit initially from high school our students and be able to place them into pre-med or pre-career through different assessment methods. Expansion of our online course, Canvas course offerings to support the needs of the students in a remote COVID environment. Expansion of transfer and career placement support. And next I'll have Ms. Posada will cover the case management in more detail.
Thank you, Renee. Community college students, as shown, carry the perception that they are not as academically prepared as their counterparts at four-year universities. This may be in part biased from medical schools, and since underrepresented students may not enter the college with the same preparation as their counterparts. Socioeconomic challenges, school funding, and lack of advanced placement offerings all play a role in perpetuating the disparity. Our model addresses these challenges through counseling and tutoring. Our MSP students regularly meet with their MSP counselor to develop and refine their educational plan. To ensure that their educational plan is successful, our students are required to supplement their education through tutoring in math and science. Our approach ensures that our MSP students will meet the GPA requirement for matriculation into medical school and avoid one of the main challenges that our undergraduate students face when applying to medical schools. The peer advising curriculum utilizes the online Canvas learning management system, and pre-health advising workshops. The course material is designed to be a 3-year chronological course encompassing the student's undergraduate academic career from successful transfer to a 4-year university. Development of the AAMC core pre-professional core competencies and preparation for the eventual application to a health professional school. Our peer advisors are an integral component of the medical scholars pathway for both our community medicine curriculum and our peer advising curriculum. By serving as liaisons between the MSP students and the Kaiser Permanente team, our peer advisors provide mentorship, social, and curricular support to the MSP students. So we have the Dreamers of Community Change Club, which stands for Dreamers of Community Change Club, is a pre-health leadership club encompassed as part of the Medical Scholars Pathway participation. The goal is to keep the students engaged through the social interaction. They are the glue for supporting one another while they continue their academic success. They promote pre-health conferences from within the communities and the area. They bring in professional guest speakers known throughout health communities at large. They are required to be a part of the leadership.
Thank you, Patricia. And now we'll turn to describing how the Kaiser Permanente Medical Scholars Pathway provides the clinical opportunities. We are committed to providing our students with the opportunities to gain clinical skills through serving their community. We accomplish this through the integrated design of our community health research programs, hosted at the Kaiser Permanente facilities. The CHEER program, a summer program, and a year-long leadership forum, our community health experiences utilizes service learning projects and interactive lessons to expose MSP students to the necessary skills and foundation that will allow them to conduct, sustain their very own community-based health promotion interventions. MSP students participate in all aspects of implementation, program evaluation, and program improvement. Our internships are led by professionals at Kaiser Permanente, and our public health internship students help facilitate some of the sessions. Catherine Dang oversees the community health research curriculum, while our community medicine fellow provides clinical perspective and leads the leadership forum. The goal of our community health curriculum is to inspire the next generation of physicians to work with underserved communities, promote the key tenets of community health, help students develop a framework for how to design and implement community-based initiatives, and to provide experience in community health research. During the 3-week CHEER program, we provide MSP students with the foundation in community health research that will help prepare them for the participation in the leadership forum. The graph shown represents our results from our 220 cohort. As you can see, students grew more comfortable with the key components of conducting community health research. Those included understanding what health disparities are, the type of research that can be done in the community, and how you collect data and extract data from the field. Building on the foundation from the foundation provided during CHEER, the leadership forum allows MSP students to further develop their skills in promoting and improving the health of their communities. We utilize service learning projects such as Photo Voice and the creation of their very own community health intervention to help solidify key concepts. In addition to providing an exposure to community health, the leadership forum further develops their pre-professional competencies through our leadership series. As you can see from our curriculum, we were pretty successful in improving not just their confidence, but understanding in some of the key learning goals of our curriculum. And finally, our students' work is impactful and of high quality. We're very proud to announce that our 2019-2020 cohort's work was recently featured at the American Public Health Association annual conference. This is an example of one of the videos that was featured.
Living through this pandemic has been rough for many of us.
We all had something to gain and something to lose. Being a worker has been a struggle for all of us.
Because I'm working from home, the number of hours I can work has reduced significantly. This is a financial stressor because it's hindering my plans of saving up
Our hospital has stopped elective surgeries due to the pandemic. Therefore, our acute rehab department has a lower census. Since our census is low, our supervisors are asking some of us to not come into work on a given day. Next week, you can see on my calendar, I will be working 4 days instead of 5. Another day, and I am applying for grants to help my mom's business. What many people don't know is that a licensed babysitter now has to take training, classes, and meetings to help communicate with children, help children with their motor skills, and prepare them for preschool, etc. I'm looking for financial support to be able to maintain this daycare, so when the pandemic is over, my mom and the children can come to her daycare and continue learning and going back to the life we used to have.
I was commuting to work about 70 miles round trip. I was spending about $50 a week on gas, and I had to deal with the stress of sitting in traffic for hours. Since I haven't had to drive to work, I'm definitely saving money on gas, and I don't have to put so many miles on my car every week. The pandemic has affected how I grocery shop and eat at home now. I found that food does not last as long as it used to because we're home eating all day. Of course, the whole process of grocery shopping in general has changed with social distancing and the amount of goods available. We still like to go to the farmer's market on Saturdays to help support local vendors.
I went to the store and saw many people buying in local grocery stores. It made me think, wow, maybe our county, state, and country economy will be okay. I'm no expert, but if we support our local stores, small business, and support one another, we can make it.
And next, I introduce back Patricia, so she can kind of summarize kind of what we learned today.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. This concludes our Medical Scholars Pathway, which aligns with guided pathways for underrepresented student transfer for pursuing a career in pre-med studies. Our partnership encompasses a model of how academic institutions can work with healthcare organizations to provide educational pipeline. Our comprehensive framework encompasses intrusive counseling, peer advising, leadership development, and hands-on clinical opportunities. And we would like to share the video.
Hi everyone, I'm Ingrid Mazariegos. I'm a Guatemalan American first-generation student at Napa Valley College. This fall, I will be starting at San Francisco State, where I will be double majoring in dietetics and microbiology. As a child, one of my favorite hobbies used to be visiting my pediatrician's office. And as a high school student, I experienced an illness where I required medical attention for about 1.5 years. And after that experience, it really reassured me that I did want to join the healthcare force. This winter break, I am joining a medical volunteer organization in Guatemala, where I will be gaining some practical clinical skills in an underserved community. I look forward to one day becoming a global health fellow. I would like to thank MESA and the Medical Scholars Program for strengthening our academic and our personal growth. And also thank you for helping turn our dreams into attainable goals.
Well, this concludes our presentation, but here's our contact information. We also have a QR code where you can use your phone to learn more about the MSP program. We have more videos there for you to view and also to see more of the offerings that the MESA STEM program has to offer. Now we'll open up for Q&A for the next phase of our presentation. Thank you very much for joining us today.